Wish you all a happy new day. Okay, let's jump right into it. Number 7. Caveman brain snaps easily. Ever find yourself ready to throw hands with the printer because it jammed? Or feeling genuine rage when someone chews too loudly? That's not just you being cranky. Your brain might be stuck in survival mode. Deep in your skull sits this almond-shaped cluster called the amygdala. Think of it as your brain's paranoid security guard. Back when humans lived in caves, this guard saved our butts. A tiger approaching meant the amygdala screamed, "Danger!" and flooded your body with stress chemicals. You either fight that tiger or run like hell. Modern life screws us over. Your amygdala can't tell the difference between a real tiger and your boss's passive-aggressive email. It just knows something feels threatening, so it hits the panic button. Again, and again, and again. When you're burning out, your amygdala gets stuck in overdrive. Scientists call this an amygdala hijack. Your emotional brain literally hijacks your rational brain. It's like having a smoke detector that goes off every time you make toast. Now everything feels like an attack. Your coworker asks a simple question, and your brain thinks they're interrogating you. The coffee machine is out of order, and it might as well be the apocalypse. This isn't you becoming a terrible person. Your brain chemistry is literally out of whack. The part that's supposed to filter out minor annoyances is offline. Your patience didn't just run low. It evaporated completely. The worst part is, most people don't recognize this as burnout. They think they've suddenly developed the personality of a wet cat, but it's not a personality change. It's your ancient brain trying to protect you from threats that don't exist. Before we jump ahead, take a second and click that subscribe button. Thank you. Number 6. Stress shrinks your memory. Ever walk into a room and completely forget why you're there? Like you're standing in the kitchen holding a spoon thinking, what was I supposed to do with this? Your brain isn't just being lazy, it's actually getting physically beaten up by stress. And the victim is a tiny part of your brain that looks like a seahorse. Meet your hippocampus. It's basically your brain's personal librarian. Except instead of shushing people, it's desperately trying to file away memories while everything's on fire. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol. Think of cortisol as your body's alarm system. A little bit is fine. It helps you wake up. But when you're burned out, that alarm gets stuck. It's like having a car alarm that won't shut off at 3 a.m., except it's in your brain. Your hippocampus absolutely hates being drowned in cortisol. Too much cortisol can actually shrink your hippocampus. Yeah, it literally gets smaller. Scientists have found that chronic stress can weaken connections between brain cells. It can stop new brain cells from being born, and in severe cases, your hippocampus can shrink like a raisin in the sun. So when you're reading the same email 5 times and still don't know what it says, that's your hippocampus waving a white flag. It's not you being dumb, it's your brain saying, I literally cannot even write now. People with chronic stress often show this hippocampal shrinkage. Their memory gets worse. The good news is, your hippocampus can bounce back, but first you need to turn off that cortisol fire hose. So next time you forget why you opened the fridge for the 3rd time in 5 minutes, your brain isn't broken. It's just getting mugged by stress hormones. Number 5. Stress hijacks brain's CEO. Ever wonder why you can't think straight when you're stressed? Like why you'll spend 20 minutes looking for your phone while talking on it. There's a part of your brain called the prefrontal cortex. Think of it as the CEO of your brain. The fancy boss sitting in the corner office of your skull. When it's working properly, your PFC is killing it. It makes smart decisions, helps you focus, and stops you from replying all to that company email with just a gif of a screaming goat. Your brain's CEO is basically a drama queen when it comes to stress. When chronic stress shows up, it's like someone set off the fire alarm in the CEO's office, and instead of calmly evacuating, your CEO just pieces out entirely. Now your amygdala takes over. That's your brain's emotional security guard. And this security guard has exactly one strategy for everything. Panic. Your sophisticated CEO who was planning your future and managing impulses is gone, replaced by a security guard who thinks every email is a bear attack. Under chronic stress, your brain is constantly on high alert. It's like your computer trying to run Photoshop, Chrome with 47 tabs, and a virus scan all at once. Everything just crashes. So that brilliant CEO gets benched, and suddenly, you're experiencing brain fog so thick, you could cut it with a knife. You're making decisions like, yes, I should definitely eat an entire sleeve of cookies for dinner, You're forgetting things like where you put your keys, which are in your hand. Your emotional security guard is now running the show, making you snap at people for breathing too loud. And that motivation you used to have has ghosted you. Number 4. When fun stops being fun. Remember when you used to love pizza? Like really love it? Now it tastes like cardboard with cheese on top. Your brain's dopamine system is basically running on fumes. Think of dopamine as your brain's hype man. It's supposed to be there going, yeah, pizza, this is going to be amazing. But when you're burned out, your hype man is passed out in the corner. Scientists found out dopamine isn't just about feeling good while you're doing something. It's actually about wanting to do things in the first place. It's like your brain's motivational speaker. When burnout hits, your dopamine system starts acting like a broken vending machine. You put in the effort, press all the buttons, but nothing comes out. Your favorite video game feels like homework. That hobby you spent thousands of dollars on is collecting dust while you stare at the wall. Your brain literally changes when you're chronically stressed. The dopamine receptors, which are like little parking spots for happiness chemicals, start closing down. It's like a mall on Black Friday, but all the stores decided to close early. The dopamine shows up ready to party, but there's nowhere to park. Some people's brains stop making enough dopamine altogether. This condition has a fancy name, anhidonia, which sounds like a rejected Game of Thrones character, but it just means things that used to be fun aren't fun anymore. Your brain is basically too exhausted to feel excited about anything. It's not that you've become boring. Your brain chemistry has literally shifted. It's like someone turned down the color saturation on your life to 20%. Everything looks gray and bland. The worst part is you remember how these things used to make you feel. It's like looking at old photos of yourself having fun and wondering who that person was. Your brain's reward system is essentially on strike. The good news is this isn't permanent. Your brain isn't broken forever. It's just really, really tired from being in crisis mode for too long. Number 3. Brain's reality disconnect. Ever feel like you're watching your life through a really bad live stream? Like someone's playing your life on a laggy Twitch channel, and you're just sitting there eating chips? That's depersonalization for you. Your brain basically rage quits from reality. It's like when you're so tired you start seeing your hands and thinking, whose meat sticks are these? You look in the mirror, and it's like seeing a stranger who stole your face. More like, why is this NPC wearing my skin? Then there's derealization. That's when the world looks like someone turned down the graphics settings. Everything looks like it's running on a PlayStation 2. Your own house feels like a badly designed video game level. The walls look fake. The furniture seems suspicious. Even your cat looks like a low-budget CGI effect. Time gets weird too. 5 minutes feels like 3 hours. Or 3 hours feels like 5 minutes. This happens when your brain hits the emergency brake. Too much stress. Too much anxiety. Too much everything. So it flips a switch, and suddenly you're in spectator mode. It's your mind's way of putting itself in airplane mode to save your sanity. The weird part is, everything's real. You're not actually convinced you're in the Matrix. You just feel like you accidentally took the wrong pill, the one that makes everything feel like a waiting room. This can create a feedback loop from hell. You feel unreal, which freaks you out. Being freaked out makes you feel more unreal. If this is happening to you regularly, your brain is waving a giant red flag. It's trying to tell you something needs to change before the whole system crashes. Number 2. Brain's broken timekeeper. Ever have those days where an hour crawls by like a week, but then you blink and an entire month has vanished? If you're nodding along, burnout might be messing with your brain's internal timekeeper. Your perception of time can seriously warp when you're under chronic stress. Think of it like this. Your brain has an internal clock, but burnout is like a drunk toddler who keeps yanking out the batteries. Your brain's timekeepers are dopamine and serotonin. Dopamine is that get-up-and-go chemical. Then there's serotonin, the chill-out chemical. When burnout tanks your serotonin levels, time drags like you're stuck behind someone doing 20 inches, a 65 zone. Scientists discovered that chronic stress makes you a terrible judge of time. They call it decreased temporal sensitivity. When you're burnt out, that 30-minute task feels like it's taking 2 hours. Your brain's ruler for measuring time gets bent worse than a paperclip you've been fidgeting with. Stress doesn't just mess with how you experience time now, it messes with your memory of time too. That terrible week at work? Burnout makes your memory of it feel even longer than it actually was. There are 2 weird extremes with burnout time. First, there's the time drag. When you're deep in burnout, each minute feels like an eternity. Tasks seem endless. Your brain is pretty much begging for a break while making everything feel slower than dial-up internet. Then there's the time blur. This is when burnout makes you run on autopilot so hard that weeks disappear. You're so overwhelmed that suddenly it's Friday, or next month, and you barely remember what happened. So if you feel like you're living in a time warp, that's your brain's flashing a major warning. A really big one. Number 1. The cortisol death spiral. Meet cortisol, your body's internal drama queen. It's supposed to be your stress manager, but lately it's been acting more like that coworker who replies all to every email with urgent in the subject line. Normally, cortisol works like a perfectly timed espresso shot. High in the morning to get you moving, low at night so you can sleep. But when you're constantly stressed, cortisol goes completely rogue. It's like your body hired a manager who only knows how to scream through a megaphone at 3 a.m. This hormone starts ruining your life. First, your sleep gets absolutely demolished. You're exhausted all day. But come bedtime, your brain decides it's the perfect time to remember every embarrassing thing you did in middle school. You're tired but wired, lying there like a zombie who just chugged 5 energy drinks. Some people with messed up cortisol start having the weirdest dreams. If your dreams have turned into a David Lynch movie, blame cortisol. Second, you become a magnet for every germ in a 5-mile radius. Cortisol normally gives you a quick immune boost during stress. When it's constantly elevated, it does the opposite. Your immune system basically throws up its hands and says, "I quit." You're catching colds like they're Pokemon cards. Third, mysterious weight gain, especially around your middle. High cortisol tells your body to hoard fat like you're preparing for an ice age. It also makes you crave garbage food. Your stressed brain wants comfort food. Cortisol helps store it as belly fat, which stresses you out more. It's like your body is running a Ponzi scheme, but with donuts. Fourth, your brain turns into mashed potatoes. You can't remember where you put your keys again. You feel like your thoughts are swimming through pudding. That's cortisol, messing with your hippocampus, the brain's filing cabinet. It's like your mental hard drive is constantly buffering. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.